I never thought I would have to say this, but healing your inner child is actually making you broke. I know, I never thought those words would leave my mouth as someone who fully supports the healing your inner child movement. I am its #1 in the fan club, but unfortunately today we do have to talk about how blind boxes are stealing your money. Blind box, or sometimes called mystery boxes, are a type of sealed, opaque packaging that hides its specific contents, allowing buyers to purchase a surprise collectible from a theme series without knowing which one is inside. She's shaking them.
This is the heart bed. This? What did I say it was? The heart bed. What is it? The heart bed.
Are you a wizard? Hello?
You're a wizard, Harry.
$300 for that piece of plastic is wild.
And just remember to have fun, don't start drama. We're all like 20 years old. There should be no beef.
Dumplings. 29 of them. That is crazy. But the reality of it is that this is really just a different form of gambling.
I'm gonna be honest, this is the one that I didn't want, but I thought if I didn't say it, I would.
You can get one blind box for $147. Question of, am I gonna get the one I want? How can you have so many of them? Where are you gonna put them? Like, there's so many different logistics, and if you're buying so many all the time, your house is eventually gonna fill up.
Bougie trash is what it really is.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camden, and today we are going to be going over the viral TikTok blind boxes. Honestly, I wish I didn't even have to really bring up this topic, as I know I'm entering into enemy territory having a different opinion about these boxes. But as a channel that covers overconsumption, trends, and wasting your money and influencers and all of that jazz, I just couldn't avoid this topic any longer. And the reason I'm making this video is because I was scrolling my TikTok as usual, and I came across this video of a lady who went into Walmart, shook a blind box, and was able to tell what was inside of it based off of what she was hearing in the blind box. And I was befuddled because after she shook it, she was like, it's this one and I'll prove it. Like, she was proving it in the video. And then she bought them and got in her car, and she was right. I was like, Harry Potter? ? Are you a wizard? Hello?
You're a wizard, Harry.
Are we just muggles amongst the wizards? I mean, anything's possible. We all know that. And so then after watching that video, I was kind of like, oh boy, we do have a problem. We do have a problem that if someone is so good at guessing blind boxes, she can shake them to know what's inside, we have entered into madness. Before we start the video, I do just want to make a disclaimer. I know that there might be some people watching this video who love blind boxes because they bring them a lot of joy. And I just want to say that I am not here to stomp on your joy. I'm not here to make you feel bad for the things that make you happy, okay? I'm just a girl with some opinions on the internet, and you might not like them, and that's perfectly fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with you disagreeing with me. I am just simply going over what I believe to be a problem when it comes to overconsumption, wastefulness, and just kind of like the reality that these blind boxes are sort of leaning down the lane of gambling and how that can affect us as people. Because that dopamine hit can kind of lead to something a little more nefarious, and even though people love these things, it does concern me, and that's why I want to talk about it. But to be very clear, I am not judging you for doing things that make you happy. You are a grown adult, mainly probably watching this, so it's totally up to you to do whatever you want, but I do think that this definitely flows well with what I talk about on my channel, so that's why I'm bringing it up today. So anyway, I just wanted to make that known because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. That is not my intention to make people feel ashamed or something for doing this. I want to talk about the other aspects of it. So anyway, I just wanted to say that before we got into the video. Disclaimer over. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the viral blind boxes. I have been seeing these all over my For You page for quite some time, but it feels like in the last couple of years, like everything else, it is skyrocketing into every aspect of toy buying, basically, okay? What is a blind box? Let me tell you. A blind box, or sometimes called mystery boxes, are a type of sealed, opaque packaging that hides its specific contents, allowing buyers to purchase a surprise collectible from a themed series without knowing which one is inside. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen these blind boxes, okay? They are everywhere in the store. They are all over the internet, and it is from kids to adults. Everyone likes these blind boxes, it seems, at least to me. And you've probably seen them in the grocery store. I know that they're even in the checkout lines sometimes, especially at the Dollar Tree. You can pretty much buy them anywhere that sells toys. And really, blind boxes can be anything. I know that sometimes companies, like clothing companies, will have mystery boxes or blind boxes of old inventory that they, don't want to sell at a super discounted rate. So they'll just stick it all in one bag and you can pay a flat rate fee for that, and that's a good way to get rid of their products. So it doesn't just have to be toys, but today primarily we are going to be focusing on the toy side of it and the collectibles and the Sony Angels of it all. Before we get into the different types of conversation when it comes to these blind boxes, I just want you guys to react with me to that lady's video that I was talking about, because I think it gives you a little bit of an idea about what the blind boxes are, but we will be watching more of them as well. So let's go ahead and look at the wizard that I found on the internet and her magical powers. So the screen says,
I'll do it.
Girl, buy it and prove you know it's what you said. Because what?
There's 2 boxes here. I'm only gonna get 4 of them. Okay, this one.
She's shaking them.
This is the heart bed. This one right here.
Now, of course, like all blind boxes, you can't tell what's inside. And normally what they will do is it will show what's supposed to be any of the packages. Normally on the side of the box, it will like tell you what should be in those little, packages, like the balls or the boxes, whatever. And people will hopefully try and get the one that they want, but they obviously don't know because it's a blind box. And so in this video, she's trying to prove to people that she can tell what is inside of these blind boxes based off of the way that they sound.
The cherry blossom tree. This one's another heart bed. Not gonna get it. This one, I thought I heard a rattling at first, but it's not. This is another heart bed. This is a Cupid. And this one should be the roses. These are the 4 I'm gonna get.
So these are called the My Mini Baby, and it looks like they're $7 a piece, okay? And so this is like probably a themed collection. Crazy how expensive these toys are.
And I'm not even gonna wait till I get home to do this with you guys. We're gonna do one at a time and let's see what we got. This one is the heart bed. Ready for this?
We're ready.
Oh my goodness.
Show us your magical
Trash
powers.
everywhere. Do you have a trash bag for me, Mom? Right here. Thank you so much. That's your grocery bag. 1. Now, I did have I'm kind of worried I might have accidentally got 2 heart beds. But the other one has a slight rattle to it. So I'm thinking it is the one that I need. This right here. I'm not going to open all parts of it. I'm going to end up gifting this because I already have a set. What did I say it was? The heart bed. What is it? The heart bed. Merry Christmas. Okay, let's do another one. All right.
This magical bean. But I'm confused because I'm like, okay, aren't you supposed to get babies? So are these just accessories?
This one right here. Oh my goodness. It's the rose basket. 2 for 2. Let's do another one.
You're a wizard, Harry. She has magical powers.
Like I said, this one should be the angel, which means there's not really a bed, but there's like a pinky cloud that it lays on. Cupid. Wow, who would have thought? So the last one is going to be the cherry blossom. Man, I'm so good at this.
I mean, I couldn't believe this video, and this is what got me on the blind box trend and then made me realize that holy cow, this is a whole thing. This led me down a path because it's actually very common for people to shake the blind boxes in order to guess what they might be getting inside. Because with these blind boxes, the whole point is that normally there is a specific character or toy that you want, but obviously you have no idea what you're picking, so they'll shake it and thus helping them figure it out. And for this lady, it worked. You see, the dopamine hit doesn't really come from the actual toy itself. In my opinion, it comes more from the fact of, did I pick the right one? It's the golden ticket Willy Wonka of it all, you know? Like, you buy as much as you can in order to get that feeling of winning in a sense, which definitely reminds me of gambling. So I wanted to go ahead and watch some other videos so that you guys could get an idea of what these blind boxes videos look like. It's all over TikTok, and this one is going to be Disney Princesses from PopMart, which is a very big brand in the whole blind box community. It's a whole box. It's like a Tangled book. Cute. Another one. This is a Belle. Beauty and the Beast. Cinderella, I'm guessing. Yep. Definitely cute, I will say. Jasmine. Oh, I was wrong. Sleeping Beauty. See, I'm even having fun guessing at this point. So she's hoping for the surprise one. A lot of these boxes will have like a mystery one, and that will be the whole appeal of buying the entire box. And so hopefully she gets it. Oh, Princess and the Frog, I'm guessing. Oh, Mulan. I'm wondering if that is the surprise one. We'll go ahead and watch one more. These are actually Littlest Pet Shops, which I grew up with and I loved them. So this is going to be a Littlest Pet Shop.
All new LPS unboxing. So here we have the Series 5 LPS, and I really
And the big thing is, like, there's always like a bunch of different series that comes with a ton of different toys.
And I really hope I get the turtle.
And there we go. She's saying, I really hope I get the turtle.
And I really hope I get the turtle. I'm literally collecting like, all
one?
the turtles. Yes.
I was gonna say that too. Oh wait, I want this little like deer, I think.
Really? All of these are so cute, actually. Like the coloring.
They're all so cute, actually.
I actually love them. Let's see. Turtle. Let's not switch up this one. Wait, I got like a platypus.
Oh wait, that's cute.
Wait, guys, it's actually so.
This is so like my childhood, honestly, like very nostalgic for me. I didn't have Littlest Pet Shops, but my friends did and my sister did, and she was like a big Littlest Pet Shop person.
So cute. And she came with a little purse. Okay. And she's rare.
I can tell it's gonna be cute.
Oh, wait, that's glasses. Wait, that's so cute. I like that.
Bro, I love these colors.
Like that's
Yes,
the dog.
the colorings are very nice.
Look at it.
Yep.
That's so cute.
How did I know?
Round 2, still hoping for the turtle. Wait, this is actually so cute though, guys.
Oh, that's the one she wanted.
A pink lamp with a
Wait,
bow.
no, wait, that's the one I wanted.
Oh, Ashley, you wanted the lamp?
Yeah, I thought it was a deer, but yeah.
Oh.
It's so
It's
cute
so
with
cute.
the bow.
Please.
Please, I actually really want the books and bling.
Please.
If you get the books and bling.
We'll just switch.
See how they're like wishing and hoping and
Oh no. Oh no, switch.
Oh my gosh, I got books and bling.
Oh my gosh, I got sugar and spikes. First we got this little lizard gecko type beat. I
that
like
was
that
sweet of her friend to
texture.
give her. So as you could tell in that video, there was definitely a preference to what those girls were wanting. You know, they were saying, I want this one, I want that one. And there's always like this question of, am I gonna get the one I want? And you know, you never hear them say like, oh, well, I would like any of them. There's always that one that you want. And it's really common for people to do about anything to get the one they want, including buying the entire collection, which, as you could tell from how expensive those little babies were, that can really add up over time. It's definitely not a cheap hobby. Now we're going to be looking into a brand that is extremely popular on TikTok, that even the likes of Miss Remy Ashton from the Pretty Basic podcast is involved in. And these are called Sony Angels. And I knew about Sony Angels because of, I think, like Chapel Roan's phone case, maybe? Some celebrity had a phone case with the Sony Angel on it. But essentially, they are just like naked babies with cute hats and different themes. And so typically there is a collection that they will release. And let's go ahead and look at the website. So this is the Sony Angel website. And here are the Sony Angel boxes, the series, the collection. For one Sony Angel out of the collection, and obviously you don't know which one you're getting, it is $12. But then if you want to try and get all of them in the collection or get the mystery one, you can get one blind box for $147, you guys, for toys. And yes, these babies are boys. And you can kind of tell. Okay, they have what are called hippers, which are ones that like I think can go on people's phones. They have like a flower collection, all kinds of stuff. Very, very expensive, and people love these. So let's go ahead and watch the Sony Angel Baby collection. Here we go. We're going to start out number 1 with this video from Miss Remy Ashton going over the rainy day blind box.
Sunny Angel, Secret Angel, give us what we want. My rainy day Sunny Angels have arrived. Let's do an unboxing. I went online to place this order the day that they dropped for my level, and unfortunately I was not quick enough. So instead of getting the 6-pack, which I wanted, I got 4, which I'm still more than happy with. And it also came with this really cute little keychain. Oh my gosh, I love it. I wanted all of them because I think they're all so cute, but I specifically really want the duck and the frog
and all of them being $147.
Number 1. Sunny Angel, Secret Angel, give us what we want. Ooh, I'm feeling lucky today, I am. Let's close our eyes, baby. Open on 1, 3, 2, 1. The fish! Yeah, they're like jelly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This is the one that I didn't want, but I thought if I didn't say it, I wouldn't.
So you see what she said there. Let me be honest. This is the one that I didn't want. And a little peek in the comments, we have this girl saying this is between me and my friend. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this particular one.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. The color blocking. Oh my god.
Oh, they're like a little raincoat.
Yes.
It's
the rainy day series.
I love that.
Sunny Angel, Secret Angel, give us what we want. Oh, that was a really good one. I can see all the comments. She's 30.
30 and happy.
30 and gonna get the duck. Oh, I thought it was the duck.
I thought it was a duck too.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, I think I literally might get all but the ones that I wanted.
You wanted the hippo.
I did want the hippo. Okay, so sad. Oh, she's loose. Okay, baby.
As you can see in this video, she didn't even get the one she wanted. So what's the answer if you don't get the ones you want? Buy more. She's not the only one we're watching, all right? You thought that was bad? Let's watch. This is a massive Sony Angel haul.
I just received my package from Sony Angel Japan, and I have 15 that I'm gonna unbox for y'all. I have no patience. I have to open all of them right now. First, I think I'm gonna start with a flower gift. I really want either this yellow one or the pink. I love pink, so. This is like Christmas, and they came in so fast. I ordered these like 4 days ago from Japan. Okay. You're lying! I got the pink one! I got the one that I wanted. There's the first.
Her dreams came true. She's going to Disney.
I'm gonna do animal version 3. Okay. I want the lop-ear rabbit standing or the rhinoceros. Oh my gosh! That was so good. I got the rhino!
She's lucky today.
Let me not jinx myself. Oh my gosh. So cute together. Look at that. Animal version 4. I want the calico cat or the alpaca. Bruh, the buffalo, okay, it's cute, but
I don't know if you could tell anything, but most of these videos are not the demographic you might think they would be. They're not children, they are adults. And I think that could be for a couple of reasons. One, and the main one in my opinion, is because children do not have the money to drop $147 on a bunch of blind boxes. So that might be the number one reason. But then the other reason is because these blind boxes have become a trend, and it feels like everyone and anyone is allowed to be involved in it without any judgment, which I do think is, you know, super great. But like in these videos, the question is, what happens with the ones that you don't really want? And also, what happens in general with these Sony Angel babies. Like, how can you have so many of them? Where are you going to put them? Like, there's so many different logistics. And if you're buying so many all the time, your house is eventually going to fill up with the 2-inch baby. You might be wondering to yourself, well, what happens when they get one that they don't really want? And there is an answer for that, because they actually sell them. And you would be shocked, there are rules to the Sunny Baby universe or Sony Angel universe, okay? So we're going to be watching a video about a girl going over the terms about Sony Angel, okay? Like, this is how big this trend is, that it has its own rules. So here is our mentor who is going to teach us about all the different lingo for Sony Angels.
Here are some things you need to know if you want to start collecting Sony Angels. Key terms that you need to know if you're collecting. Here's an easy
They have their own key terms, okay?
Easy one. ISO, DISO. ISO stands for in search of. DISO stands for desperately in search of.
I never knew what ISO stood for. I just, in my head, always said ISO need. In search of. I am such an idiot. Oh my gosh. I'm learning.
When looking for a Sunny, you can say ISO, and people will know those are the Sunnies you want. Therefore, they will text you if they have them. UFT and UFS, also known as up for trade, up for sale. Those are the Sunnies that you will be having up for trade. Another one, regs, limiteds, secrets. Regulars are the normal blind boxes, like the animal series, the marine series, the sweet series. Limited are more like cat life, dog life, the ones with the clothes on. Secrets are the ones, well, obviously, that are secrets. And just remember to have fun, don't start drama. We're all like 20 years old. There should be no beef, but for some reason, sometimes there's beef.
How it's their beef. And as you heard her say, we're all like 20-year-olds. And that is what seems to be true on TikTok when it comes to these Sony Angel blind boxes. It's kind of like Pokemon cards, except for it's like 2-inch plastic toys that your dog is probably going to chew up if you leave it on the ground. And then I start to think about the whole financial cost of buying these things, okay? Because they are not cheap, as we know. And then you got some people out here selling them for $300 when they're like the rare ones. And so obviously with the demographic being more adults, they have adult money and they can spend everything that they want on all of these different collections. And I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is, why are adults buying toys? At the end of the day, that's what they are. And before people come for me, I absolutely know that they are a part of a collection. But why are they buying so many of them? You know, why do they have to have them all? I actually think it goes back to the 2 girls that I showed the Littlest Pet Shop ones with, because these girls actually do these unboxings all the time, and their slogan for their channel says, healing your inner child. This is kind of their whole TikTok, is that they do blind boxes. And I think that slogan of healing your inner child is a lot of part of why people get into things like blind boxes and collectibles. So I want to dig a little bit deeper into that whole idea of healing your inner child by buying these blind boxes, because I think there's more to be talked about when it comes to saying something like that. Because the idea of millennials and Gen Zs using their adult money and adult lives to heal their childhood is a concept that has been coming up on the rise. And honestly, who's to blame us when we've gone through a little bit of a lot in history, okay? You got like COVID, we were birthed pretty much right during 9/11, so the world was never the same after that. I mean, kind of crazy times, and I could see why we'd want to heal our childhood. But not only that, I mean, if we're worried about our childhood, I can't even imagine the Gen Alpha and like the next generations, what it's going to be like when they're adults. We literally should start paying for their therapy right now, because if we think we have it bad, I can't even imagine the therapy these kids are going to need later on in their adult lives. But what is it about blind boxes that are healing? I think the easiest answer could be that people are trying to heal themselves by spoiling themselves and giving them things that they couldn't have as a child, but they can now with their adult money. And I don't necessarily see that as a problem, but this kind of feels a little bit different. Because sure, maybe your parents couldn't afford to buy you every toy that you ever wanted, but I would argue that that's pretty normal, and it would be more uncommon for your family to just give you anything and everything that you ever dreamed of. And that's kind of why I wish this movement wasn't attached to these blind boxes, because I would kind of argue that this healing is really just a dopamine hit like anything else that we have been seeing when it comes to consumerism and overconsumption. It's really not any different than buying a bunch of different items for your Stanley. All of that is pretty similar. The difference is that this is dressed up as like a collectible, like something that you can earn and win in a certain way. But the reality of it is that this is really just a different form of gambling. And gambling is basically just spending money on the hopes of getting something that you want. I know that some might argue against it, but let's be honest, you're literally paying for the chance to get something that you want, and then when you don't get what you want, you try again. And it just like, becomes a cycle. And I definitely could see how some people could easily go down a dangerous path of overspending, which we definitely have a problem as far as I feel like my generation goes. And as adults, you have the right to throw your money away at whatever you want. I'm not saying that necessarily gambling is bad. I'm sure, for a fun night out, that would be okay, but it definitely is an addiction for a lot of people, and I think it's just like anything else that's addictive. Only certain kinds of people can really handle just doing it one time. But for most people, we do have addictive personalities, especially when those things are giving us a dopamine hit of happiness in a very sad time in life. And I would argue that right now in history, things are a little doom and gloom. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. But my biggest issue with the blind boxes, you will probably have no trouble guessing what that might be if you're not new to the channel, but it's the overconsumption, the consumerism of it all, because let's just be honest, this is overconsumption, just like anything else. At the core of this trend, it's about fitting in and giving yourself that little bit of joy and happiness, but it's also teaching you that one is just never enough. As you saw in these videos, nobody just bought one item. They were buying multiples. They had to get the entire collection. And because it's a trend, these companies come out with collections all the time. So if you're somebody that like collects these, you might have hundreds and hundreds of Sony babies or whatever the most popular blind box is. Like I know Labubu's, I think, did a blind box at one time. I will say watching these videos definitely brings you a level of joy. Like I have not watched one of these without smiling because they are cute toys, and I'm definitely not someone that's against adults having toys. I mean, I will show you the picture of my husband's Dragonite. Like, I am not against that. I'm going to Disney next week. Like, I have nothing against adults having that nostalgic, childish child fun. But the reality of this is that she has so many of these now, and she doesn't even like all of them. And so what happens with them next? They just end up probably in the landfill or the Goodwill under a box of random stuff. Here's a video showing someone with a massive collection. Queen's got a bunch. And here's a girl who has to sell her some of her Sony Angels because she needs to pay bills. Maybe if you didn't have so many of them, you might be able to pay your bills, ma'am.
For many years. I kind of started like before the craze of them, but I have one of like the most sought after Sony Angels that you can like rarely find listings for. This
I will say, that being the most sought out is kind of crazy.
is the In the Moments a latte cat.
They're super cute.
I'm gonna be selling her. Well, him. I love this cat so much. Like, he literally would come with me everywhere. I had a little bag for him. But unfortunately, I got into a car accident that was very expensive. And he's gonna be going to a loving home today. So here he is in his full glory. Love him. He does have a little mark there, but is a real Sony Angel. I'm so sorry, baby. I love you.
It's just so sad that, this giant collection, she has something in here that is going to help her pay her car wreck bill, okay? Someone comments and says, it's worth $300 plus, and it's called Enjoy the Moment Latte Cat. $300 for that piece of plastic is wild. Like, that's truly crazy. But obviously these are toys, so it's not just adults that love these toys. Kids also love these blind boxes, but just like adults, the trends change over time. And one that is super big and definitely a waste of people's money, just like these, no offense, Sony Angels are, is the dumpling squishy blind boxes. So we're gonna watch a few of those, and you guys, like, the Sony Angels are art. Like, I will say, one thing about these blind boxes is most of them are considered to be art, collectibles. However, most of these brands that are coming out with blind boxes that you're seeing in the Walmart and the grocery stores of it all are just regular junk that you could get from the Dollar Tree, but because of the craze of the blind boxes, people are flocking to buy them just to get this surprise or special one. And this is literally a dumpling, which is a squishy dumpling, okay? So let's watch some of those videos. Here is someone who bought 29 dumplings. 29 of them. That is crazy. And I think they're like $2 a piece.
Come in.
Like, this is a full-grown adult, you guys.
All right.
What?
You cannot argue that this is art like the Sony Angels or whatever. I mean, this is just pure junk.
The yellow or the orange or the silver or the bronze?
I want the orange.
These look to be like little mini ones.
What color did you get? Open it up.
Gold one.
Addin! Glittery one. Do you want pink or blue or green?
Green.
Okay. Perfect.
I have to do some quick math. 29 times 2 is what? No, I can't do that. I am not going to math. That's $58 they spent on little stress balls. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie.
Come here. Some of these are just busted from, this is how the box came, so.
Oh, good. Another one. Okay?
Let's see.
Another blue one. You can see, very, very popular, very, very viral. The last one we're going to watch is a giant one. So they have a bunch. They have the mini ones, they have like regular ones, and this is a giant one.
Okay.
You should just send us a banana.
Open it.
And all I can think with those like little dumpling ones and just how wasteful it is like, what are you going to do with those little pans when you have 29 of them? You just know that all of those toys are going to end up in the Goodwill.
Which one are we getting?
It truly is overconsumption core. And also, I don't want you guys to think that like I'm dogging on the children. I'm mainly dogging on the dumpling aspect of it all. Like I said, the argument of like, I could see the argument for the Sony babies being like a kind of art and whatever. And no, you don't need an entire collection of them. But stuff like this exists everywhere when it comes to these mystery boxes. And I just think the dumplings are the dumbest thing in the world. But that's why the kids like them.
We're getting the glitter dumpling. There's extra tape. But I like I have the purple one.
A giant purple stress ball. But you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? It is stupid. That's really all I can say. And because it's children that are interested in this, they might want the viral dumpling stress ball for one day, and then the next day they're gonna care nothing about it, because those adults don't want those dumplings they bought. Their kids aren't going to want them when they have 55 of them that are the same color. So then what do you do with them? Throw them away? That's a problem. That's annoying. That's overconsumption and hurting our planet. I think the worst thing about this with the whole overconsumption aspect is that eventually this trend will move on to another one. These Sony Angel babies won't be popular, neither will the dumplings. Heck, they'll move on to a tape dispenser, okay? And it'll have eyeballs, and maybe the only difference between them is the tape is a different color, and like the green one's the most popular. Literally, it will change with the cycle of trends, and that's why this is so annoying and frustrating, because at the end of the day, these are just literal plastic waste that you are buying for a premium price. Like I said, bougie trash is what it really is, unfortunately, and it's just going to pile up one day, and the sea is going to be filled of plastic bottles and mystery toys. And to be completely honest, I'm not gonna lie, after researching in this video, I kind of want a little angel baby, but I want one. I don't need a giant collection because what would I even do with that, okay? But they're cute and I understand why people want to do them. So again, I'm not judging anyone who finds them to be fun or enjoyable. I just think that this is a trend that needs to not be so popular because at the end of the day, it's no different than any other consumeristic overconsumption trend that we have on the internet. But you let me know. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you don't think this is a big issue. I definitely feel like I could have been a little bit more snarky, but I just felt like this is such a popular thing that I know brings people a lot of joy. And as you could tell from me smiling from the video, I can see why people would want these items. But at the end of the day, I just don't think it's necessary. And I think it's a waste of your money. And I think you could be doing so many other things like getting real life experiences and having fun other than spending $150 on a blind box of little toys, okay? Maybe I'm crazy, but you let me know in the comments below what you think. Is this consumerism or is this just a fun way to heal your childhood? But that is going to be it for me, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.